All right, boys and girls. Thursday morning, March 26th. We've got about 8.5 minutes, 9 minutes to market open. Um, got the chart up this morning. We're just getting our daily bias assessment uh, taken care of to begin with. So first things first, let's clean up some lines. But as we are cleaning these up, initial observations are it's clear that we are in a very distinct downtrend. I'm gonna move into the 1 hour here in a little bit and take a look at confirming that the downtrend is exactly as we're saying. I'm sure that it is. I mean, it's pretty obvious just looking at the way the last three sessions from New York, Asia, and London are turning out that this is clearly a downtrend. Now, within the day, we are seeing that we've had some, major down movements up, down. I mean, very whipsaw through New York session yesterday. Things translated pretty much the same way in Asia session. You can see whipsaw back and forth, pretty dramatic. And then, of course, London session was just a straight downward trend altogether. Now, looking here in pre-market, we are beginning to move back up in both of these indices. And in moving back up, I think we are seeing a market manipulation in the pre-market hours. Although I wouldn't be surprised in opening hours as low as we are here to London that we might, considering we're in a down market right now, and there's a lot of speculation about what's going on this week with the negotiations with Iran and the war and such, and that's having a big impact on the indices as well as on the Dow and some other major players in the stock market. There's a pretty good chance the manipulation will likely continue upward here, happen up in this area right here, and then trend back downward. So I'm actually going to have a bearish bias today, and so it's just a matter of keeping an eye on where the market manipulations are going to happen, the liquidity sweeps and so forth. And like I said, my speculation is that the liquidity sweeps are going to happen right here above these low time frame draws on liquidity, and then they'll come up and then curl back down. So, we got about 5 minutes to market open. I'm going to continue to mark out some of these. Let's see, that was past. I'm going to continue to mark out these liquidity areas, and then we will get into opening range. So let me get this going here. We're going to have some hourly highs to mark out as well, so I'll get to those. But for right now, whoops, did I want that? No, I want this one. There we go. And then London. Take a look to see where the liquidity draws are. Oh, that's not where I wanted that. Right there. There we go. Yeah, I definitely think we're going to be pulling down to these lows, especially with the ES. We got two areas here that have already come down to look like they're going to touch. All right, everything marked off here. Let's look at the 1 hour real quick on both of these. Maybe we've got some areas to mark off here, which we do. Got a couple of areas actually. So we got some highs right here. This is going to be very good to Yeah, we got some double highs as well. And nothing on the lows just yet, but we have this that was the big spike up. So we very well could head right back down into this range, I think is where we're going to head, because this big spike here was due to um, Trump announcing that the war was effectively over and we were getting ready to strike a deal with Tehran. And, since that time, things have been back and forth about what's been going on speculation wise. Now we're getting close to the end of the week, and if there's not much that's going to be going on with that, with those talks, and the chance that there might be a further escalation through the weekend, I think we have the markets anticipating that's going to happen. So they might actually settle down in anticipation of that kind of motion going on. I mean, I'm not usually one to be specifically geared and biased by the news, but no one can deny the fact that it actually does have a tremendous effect on the um, action of the yeah. See, there's the draw of liquidity right there. That it does have a very tangible effect on the markets. So I think it would be foolish not to keep that into consideration as we set our bias and take a look at what the markets are likely to do. So that being our situation, we are looking now at a pretty good set of confluences here. I don't think there's anything on the 4 hour that sticks out that we need to mark out that isn't already taken care of. Um, yeah, I think everything is already good there. Okay, so let's get back to the 5 minute. Let's add our 15 because we're going to look at that. One other thing I want to look at real quick before market opens is I just want to see if we have any specific SMTs or confluences. No, nothing there. This is a steady downtrend for sure on the 1 hour, and the 4 hour says the same thing, straight down. So, um, yeah, getting back to that 15-minute. Yep, I'm nearly certain that we're going to come up to this liquidity area of liquidity and then just continue downward. So that's really going to be the goal. We're going to see if that this gets swept. We're going to see if we can get it to curl down, find some confluences and some confirmations, and then try to get this as our first target. So I think that's our goal for today, if it works out that way. But that seems to be where I'm seeing that things are going, given the entire picture that we're dealing with right now. Got about 40 seconds to market open. So let's just take a look and see what happens. Oh, not going to do anything there just yet. Let's see, we're going to do this. Okay. This is a 15-minute. We'll go 5 minute. Okay, so we're going to have market open here in just a few seconds. Okay, we now have market open. If we end up dipping down first, then we'll be looking at perhaps a move upward, unless this is already the manipulation and then it's moving down. So we're just going to watch this for a minute. I don't want to make any assumptions to start. It does look like we are heading toward London lows pretty aggressively. So that might have been a good opening scalp, but as quick as these things move, it's very difficult to make an assessment here. This could be just the opening dip because of this pre-market move. Just got to remember to stay patient on this. This hourly and this Asia are the same, so I'm just going to eliminate one of them. We did get a slight uptrend there, but now we definitely have a break of structure that we're looking at for right now. So this could very well be a continuation downward. I'm gonna, once this candle finishes up, I'm gonna drop to the 1 minute and see if we have a confirmation that this is going to continue to head south, unless it continues without us, but then that'll be its own confirmation. This is still very early in the game to wanting to take a trade, but I've done it before. Okay, so we definitely had a break of structure on the 1 minute. We do have it coming back now. Kind of a break of structure here, so we're actually getting an SMT. There we go. I'm going to take a quick sale.
Order filled.
I think that's confirmation enough that we're headed down. I think the liquidity sweep is now headed downward. I think there's going to be a few others that are speculating that as well. So hopefully there's enough room here that I can get that to happen. I think NASDAQ is the better target. We pretty much just want to get to London lows and then we're out. Looks like we're heading the other way. Stay patient. Nope, I'm going to have to get out here soon. If this doesn't move my way, I'm going to have to get out. A little nervous here. Yeah. I'm going to have to close the position.
Order filled.
Okay. That was not a good trade. Let's see what we got here on the 5 minute. Okay, I'm going to get back in because I think we're still looking at having this thing drop. I just got to be careful here. I really think those London lows are where we're going to be headed. I hate having to watch the money because I want these things to play out. But unfortunately, I'm in a place where that just has to be done. Wow. Man, come on. Ay, ay, ay. I think I might need to get out. If we get this candle closing above, I think I might need to get out. Ah, we get a break of structure to the upside, I think I'm in trouble. I really thought the market manipulation was going to head south, and I think it still is. I just don't know if I have enough risk tolerance to do that. I want to stay patient with it. But man, it's a tough one because it's fighting it out. I mean, I got in really early, and I don't know that it would have been good to get in this early. They're still fighting out, and what I'm trying to do is play where the liquidity is going to go and anticipate, and that might not be a great thing because we're right now dead center of wherever the liquidity sweep could end up. So I could be on the back end of something that is not going the right way. Okay, it looks like we might be making something up here. This is tough. This is kind of whipsaw here. This is really whipsaw. Got to stay patient. Don't let your emotions get you. Let it get down to London lows. There we go. Okay,
Order
and we're out.
filled.
Okay, and I got out at the right time because now it's coming back up a little. All right, so on this one we have 268.48 ultimate profit. Total P&L. That trade was worth, I don't know, 700 and change or something. So between the loss on the first two trades and then this trade here, I had two red trades, one green trade, uh, for a total of 268.48 on this particular account, which I think at this point, let's take a look real quick. Yep, puts me up above the $3,000 mark, and it gives me a positive on the day. So based on all the numbers we have today, I should be able to take another payout at close of today. And if it's what I think it is, I should be able to take a $1,500 payout this time. So I'll make that request. And if that's the case, then that would be about a $1,220 after the 90-10 split. So, all right, all in all, pretty good move on that one. So now we are going to rest this account and we are going to work on the evals, which you will not see the entries on screen for those because I'm running those in tandem. Okay. So you can see here where my entries were, and I'm gonna remove those so they don't clutter the screen. Oops. I do want that. What I want is execution marks. That's what I want. There we go. There. All right, now we've cleaned it up. Okay. So, all right, now we're going to stay patient and let something form, which I probably should have done in the first place. Ugh, that was a little harrowing. Would have been a really good take had I held on to it, but you just don't know, you know? I think ultimately I was right in the where I thought things would go, but I think at the same time, I think I probably got lucky on that. I didn't have any direct information other than those confluences were looking like they were going to dip. But there were times when, you know, things looked, had this right here uh, created a break in structure, I would have been in a tough way. In fact, I think the first time around, that is what happened, and I had to get out with a loss. So, anyway, all right, we're clearly starting to head back up. We're going to have a break of structure here. We've already topped here. I'm going to go back to a 5 minute because we've had a break of structure. We get a break of structure here, we're going to be looking at heading back up, which means this will be a good target right here. I think the S&P might be the better one to get at this point. I'm going to go ahead and take a long on the S&P, wait for a slight pullback. Okay, I'm going to take the long. Okay, looking good. We got a little pullback we're working on here. I'm going to get out.
Order filled.
Okay, we got a little bit there, but I think, see, I could have hung on to that. We're headed north. All right, I might be chasing now, so I think I'm going to wait. Let's go to the 1 minute real quick on this. Yeah, we're just headed skyward. I do need to wait for a pullback. I don't think this is going to be smart just to keep going here. We haven't quite gotten to liquidity there yet. Okay, yeah, let's let this rest. We got a liquidity area there. Yep, we're going to let this, we're going to see if this comes down into, we do not have a break of structure there. Okay. Got to wait for a little retrace. Otherwise, this is just going to have to go without us. Okay, we're starting to get a doji candle here, and we're starting to look like we're headed back down. So, all right. Let's let this come down into this fair value gap. If we respect the fair value gap, then we're good to continue. All right, I'm
Order
buying.
filled. Order filled.
Okay, we're good there. Probably continue heading up. See if I got one more buy in me on a scalp here. Yeah, I think there is. I think there is. I think we want London highs. Let's just wait for a pullback. We do have this gap right here, which I think we're respecting. Yeah, we're respecting that gap right there. So I'm going to mark that real quick. All right, that's our gap mark. S&P is really hammering. We're not seeing that on NASDAQ, so we're getting a huge SMT. So I'm going to go back to the 1 minute here because we might be seeing if we get a break of structure below here, then we might be good at taking a short. So I'm going to cancel that order and I'm going to look at taking a short. If we get a break of structure, we're pretty good at taking a short right there. So let's just keep an eye on that. For that matter, I'm going to come over here. Same thing, break of structure, going to be right here. So we're looking for two things. Either a break of structure right here, or we're looking for this fair value gap to be broken. Personally, I think we're going to get a break of structure to the downside. If we do, I'll take a short. Right now, the S&P is definitely more reactive, more aggressive. So it might want London highs. We'll see. Okay. Might switch to a buy position here. We're touching it, but we're not quite getting past it yet. Wait for this candle to close. If it closes up above, there's a really good chance. Yeah. Okay. We're testing it, but we're not quite there. Okay, I'm taking the
Order
long.
filled.
I think we're looking at London highs right now. No, we're dropping out. Okay, I'm out.
Order filled.
I think we're teasing, but we're not getting there. So that scalp cost me a little bit, but I'm still green on the day. So that was a negative trade. At this point, I need the candle to actually close above. So I'm still bullish, um, but I just have to wait. It probably would have been good if I took a quick scalp there, but and again, we still have this. Okay, so we got up above. We tagged both of those areas, so that might be our liquidity sweep. We might be headed down now, or not. Let's take a look. I'm going to get back in.
Order filled.
Let's see if it's still trying to shake out some liquidity there, or if it's actually going to go. Yeah, it looks like now it's actually going to go. All right, this one inversed that gap, and we also finished up there. So this one, I'm definitely going for London highs here. You got to stay patient. Candle formations look pretty good. Okay, stay patient. Did we peak out or did we do okay? I am getting a little nervous here. Nope, I think we're in trouble. Let's take a look here. Yup, we're in trouble. I'm gonna get out.
Order filled.
I think we might be headed back down now. So if we get a break of structure to the low end here, I think that's where I'm gonna. I might go short. Geez, really? Are we really headed back up? We are. Look at the 5 minute real quick. Yeah, see, the 5 minute looks entirely different now. There we go. Okay, we got a breaker structure there. I'm gonna
Order
sell.
filled.
All right, so now I've got a short. All right, I see this coming back down a ways, so I'm gonna let this ride. This is acting very much like I've seen in the past with that steeple. All right, I'm gonna get out.
Order filled.
All right, so didn't get a very good fill on that. We're gonna get that popping back up a little bit, but then we're probably still gonna head down. So let me see what's going on here. Well, it looks like I got out at the right time when it stalled. Wow, that's nuts.
Order filled.
Oh, shoot. I think I got the wrong thing. Hang on. Nope, I'm out.
Order filled.
I did not want that trade, so. We did break structure to the upside, though. This is crazy stuff right now. You know, I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do it there. Maybe I'll do it on NASDAQ. I mean, we're looking at getting to those London highs. We're struggling to get there. Let's see if this value gap gets respected. Got a value gap right here.
Order filled.
Well, the target's London highs, but I don't know if we're going to get there. We've got the value gap. NASDAQ is just holding it up. Okay, we're getting into that fair value gap. If we inverse that fair value gap or we close below these lows, we'll probably need to get out of the trade. Really would like to see those London highs though. Surviving, but it's curling. So I don't know. Well, we've tested that fair value gap 3 times now, and it hasn't, and it's stayed. So slightly lower lows, but there we go again. Testing it again. Yeah, now we're breaking it. All right, so we've got a break of structure. So I think this is time to get out. Yep. All right,
Order
we're out.
filled.
All right, so red day on those right now. Go to the 5 minute. We might actually start seeing that we're okay. That makes sense now. All right, so we're going to we seriously coming back up?
Order filled.
Oh, I can't believe I just got in late. That sucks. Oh man. I saw that bottom tail and was like, yeah, we're popping back up, and I missed the entry, got in late, so this could be a bad scalp. Now I gotta expect it to go to London in order just to get back to break even. Okay, we're looking better. It's really whipsaw back and forth. Wow. You gotta stay patient, stay positive. We're getting there. We're struggling, but we're getting there. This doji isn't confidence building. I'm gonna get out.
Order filled.
And let this come down a little. Got a fair value gap there that we can respect. Ay, ay, ay. We are making higher highs. Just when scalping, I need to.
Order filled.
I think I got back in. That's a bad fill again. Damn it. Okay, I'm
Order
getting
filled.
out. I'm literally back where I was. Whoa.
Order filled.
No, this is not going my way. Nope. This could be bad. I'm gonna have to get out of this. I'm gonna get to my max. Well, we got a break of structure to the downside. Technically, we're still in an uptrend on the 5 minute. Same with the 15, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm in trouble. Shit. I've got to
Order
get out.
filled.
Damn. Shoot, I cannot find it. Cannot find it. Okay, we got a break of structure to the upside. Should tell me that that's a good buy, but there it goes to London.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
I don't know why I just did that, but
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Jesus, keep going back and forth, man.
Order filled.
Shit. Shit. That was not smart. I'm gonna hit max loss, man. Hmm. Yeah, I had a lot of trades in and around that chop. That was not smart stuff. I think right now I just need to let it ride. It's either gonna do what I think it's gonna do, or it's not gonna do what I think it's gonna do. So pretty much where we sit right now, this thing has had a number of attempts to break those sections of highs, and it's just not getting there. I am speculating that it's pretty much just getting tired at this point, and it should pop out. But we do have some pops. I think it just keeps testing, and I think that's where I'm running into trouble. Is as it keeps testing, I keep getting into my drawback, my drawdown, and eventually, if that drawdown gets too big, it's just going to stop me out for the day. And I think that's where we're at right now. We're starting to spike up. We have these long drawdowns, and then the spikes up and the drawdown, a spike up and a drawdown, a spike up, and it's just repeating like this, right in this range. So I might just have to ride this out and see if I get stopped out on my max loss, because I truly am thinking that this is going to tire out, and if it does, it should drop pretty dramatically. Can definitely see that happening on the NASDAQ over here, where we're starting to get lower highs and lower lows as we're coming down on the 1 minute. We're starting to see that a little bit here on the S&P, although not quite as much. So it makes me wonder if NASDAQ would have been the better play on this one, but there's just seemed to be a lot more aggressive movement on what was going on with S&P. So it's either going to pop up and I'll get stopped out on my max loss for today, um, or it is going to tire out. I mean, it could just keep going sideways for a while, but usually it 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 doesn't do that. So where I'm sitting right now, I'm looking at seeing it tire out. So right now I've got a pretty hefty red trade going on the evals right now. So, but again, I'm just going to wait this out because with as much that's going on here, it just looks like this thing's tiring out, and the way the news is going, I think it's just trying to shake out a bunch of nervous investors and a bunch of nervous day traders. So if you stay the course and just hang tight, I'm pretty sure we're going to see a significant dump here at some point. The real question is, do I have the patience and the means to wait it out? We did get a break of structure to the upside on the 1 minute. So we could possibly be testing highs again, in which case that would stop me out. I mean, by all assessment, we are still in an uptrend on the 5 minute. I mean, I'm definitely counter trending this one. Well, we did get a break of structure on that. Let me see. This very well could just stop me out with max loss for the day. And we did get a break of structure to the downside here. So, we are kind of moving in a downtrend. Do I have the ability to hold out before reaching max loss? That's going to be the key here. Can I hold out in a negative trade long enough for it to move my way, if it does at all? Because it's looking like it could. Like right now, all the indications are is that it's going that way. So right now it's a lot of sideways chop, and I'm stuck right in the middle of it. So I think I'm just stuck having to deal with it until it goes one way or another. So sorry, folks, this is going to be a slightly longer video till we see how this plays out. Well, that's good news. So looks like the gas storage announcement. Honestly, I think we need to see a dump here. If I'm a market maker, I'd try to flush out as many as I could up here at the highs, and then buy it low. So the real question is did I get in at the right time? Can I sustain whatever this market whip is while they're shaking out all of the amateurs like myself? Hopefully, I don't get shaken out. Nasdaq seems to be reacting a lot better to my assessment than S&P is. Okay, I think we're starting to see things. Think we're starting to see things move a little more along the direction that I had anticipated, but it's going to take a minute. I think we're going to have some downs and ups popping. So this is just going to be a stay patient and ride it out scenario. I got to stick with my bias and just own it. Well, looks like I might get stopped out. This thing's starting to spike again. Yep, I'm gonna get stopped out. There it goes. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get stopped out. Think I'm gonna hit max daily loss here. Yeah, that's it.
Order
I'm out.
filled.
Shit. Okay. Well, let's see where that puts me. I don't think I've blown the account, but I do think. Look at that, and now it comes right back down. So there you go. That's basically what's happening now. It tested it once again, went right to that peak, and now it's dumping. And I'm out, so I can't do it. But now look what it's doing. Now look what it's doing. It did. It took everybody out. It did exactly what I thought it was going to do. Look at this thing go. Look at that go. They're fighting now, but it's going to go. Let's just watch this right out. This right here is exactly what you call a market manipulation. That right there fully stopped me out. I had my and it's almost like the market makers know it. That sweep right there, that move right there, that was just to clean out guys like me. Yeah, that's a very aggressive move now to sell off. Very aggressive move. That's going to come way down. If I had to predict, I'd say it comes down to 65.88, 65.84. Hmm. Okay. Well, it is what it is. I mean, again, bittersweet news. Fortunately, it's sweet on the better side because I did take my funded account and got it to a place where I can get a payout, second payout now on that, and bigger payout than last week. So hopefully, I'll be able to keep with these eval accounts. Um, I think what I need to start looking at here is my timing. I tend to be accurate with the way my assessment's going to go. It's just in the moment with the trade and finding where that's going to go and when, I think is where I need to hone in that timing. Because ultimately, as you can see here, this is, let me go to the 5 minute here so we can get a better idea what's happening. You can see here, it's doing exactly what I thought it was going to do. See, it's coming right down. Here it comes. It's coming right down. I just timed it wrong, but there it goes. That's what's really frustrating is when it does what you anticipate or predict it's going to do for the reasons you think it is. It's just that you personally have timed the trade in the wrong spot. And that's what I did. I timed the trade back here and got flushed out during this liquidity sweep. That was the move. That was the move there. That liquidity sweep. But look at this move. Look at this move. That's there it goes. Oh, on the one hand, I'm happy that I was right about my assessment, but on the other hand, obviously I'm frustrated because the move literally did to me what I thought it was going to do to everybody else and possibly me too. Very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. Ah, okay. Well, hopefully these accounts live to trade another day. And of course, I've got a payout coming. So again, although I'm to some extent profitable, and I'll use those with bunny ears because that's not a by any means a fully correct clinical assessment. Um, I mean, I guess by some technical measures I am since I've taken a payout and I'm about to take a second payout. But in terms of being consistently profitable, I'm still running into problems here. I mean, I'm basically $1,000 down on each of the two evals, even though I'm up about 300, just shy of 300 on my funded account. So um, we'll see how these begin to pan out in the next several days. I'll take a look at my evals and see if they're still valid or if I've completely blown them. I don't think I've completely blown them. I think I still have a little room to play there, but it's not much. So I really got to be careful and tender about getting those into a funded place. Because that's really ultimately what I want to do is have three fully funded accounts so then I can really be conservative about the way that I'm trading and still be able to pull um, decent payouts. That's really going to be the best way to handle this. So it's just getting um, to that eval passing scenario where I can have multiple accounts trading. So I'll keep at this, and we will pick it up again tomorrow. And hopefully, you all have been able to trade well today and made some profit and/or learned some good lessons that will only continue to improve your trading and future prosperity. So, all right, y'all, you have an excellent day, and we will see you again tomorrow. Farewell.